Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, a bit good and a bit bad. On the positive side, I woke this morning to discover that Demolition News has an astonishing 141,000 followers on Instagram. Surely that's cause for a bit of confetti. I actually did an Instagram live broadcast yesterday, and in addition to those from the UK, we had viewers and participants from Australia, Brazil, Mexico, Portugal, Spain, the US, and right across the world. Not bad, given that the broadcast was unplanned, unscripted, and unannounced. So that was the good. Now for the not so good. I need to address a thing, and it's a thing that has precious little to do with the real world, but it needs addressing just the same. I was asked yesterday if I was responsible for writing an anonymous letter attempting to influence the structure of the National Federation of Demolition Contractors. I reported on just such a letter in March last year. I received a copy of that letter, as did a bunch of other people in and around the sector. For the record, I didn't write it. Now, I don't know if there's been any further communication on the subject. If there has, I didn't write that either. And here's why. First of all, I'm a grown-up. I haven't written an anonymous note since I was about 10 years old. It was to a girl. It didn't work. So I stopped doing that. Secondly, I honestly don't care. In my experience, for better or for worse, the NFDC generally gets the president it deserves. But far more importantly, if I wanted to influence things, why would I do it via an anonymous letter to a handful of people? Surely I would do it on a platform where I have a huge reach, where scandal and sensationalism would give me an even bigger reach. So, just to be clear, I didn't write the anonymous letter that was received back in March last year. I haven't written any anonymous letters since. If I have anything to say, I will say it right here. Maybe it may pay to look just a little bit closer to home if you're looking for a culprit, but surely you have better and more pressing things to attend to. Now, without further ado, let me post the question of the day, roll the intro, and get this show properly on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Thursday, the 7th of April, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, 1 week on, we're taking a fun look back at the Futureworx event. The construction collective is in the house. We have a pair of videos from the dynamic duo of Peter Haddock and Nick Drew. There's a close shave at Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts. There isn't actually a close shave, but I couldn't resist the pun. Our roving reporter, Reg, takes a first look at a pair of new Doosan mini excavators. And we'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to poet William Wordsworth and to legendary singer Billie Holiday. Happy birthday also to sitar master Ravi Shankar, movie director Francis Ford Coppola, and to martial arts movie star Jackie Chan. To gladiator actor Russell Crowe, I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. And also a very happy birthday to the head honcho at the True 7 Group, Mr. Guy Nichols. Many happy returns to them, one and all. 1 week ago to this very minute, myself and Peter Haddock were meeting the great and the good of the construction technology sector at the Futureworx event at the East of England Showground up in Peterborough. The feedback we've had since has been absolutely phenomenal, so much so that I'm delighted to bring you a very quick recap of the show. Take a look at this. Welcome to Futureworx 2022. I think Nick Drew should have actually trademarked the thumbs up. I think he could be owed some money by Mr. Haddock there. And we will be sticking with the guy at the end of that video right after this. When he is not interviewing literally everyone at the Futureworx event, my construction collective colleague Peter Haddock likes to get himself out on site to see the equipment and the technology in action. And that is precisely what he's done here.
Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here with Leon Adams. He is the owner of LJ Developments and we're here on a really exciting site here in Westwood Ho. Gosh, it's a big site, this isn't it, Leon? Yeah. And this is a big machine that you've just bought. Tell me all about this machine and the Lica MC1 system you've invested in.
The JCB XR245 was a good buy for me because of the lifting capacity for the new preform manos. It's quite compact for a big machine, it's good lifting. MC1 was a big thing for me really to invest in, but it's paid off. The driver is totally happy with it. We can see the productivity's gone up massively, saving us all round really on the materials and muck away and all of it really. A lot less visits for the engineer because he can do it via the Connex through the air. Any alterations it's done, he can do it just straight away. Driver phones him up, changed, just like no visit, just downtime is colossal saving.
So we're coming up to a point here and we're shooting this in March 2022 and Leon, we've got a big problem coming over the horizon very, very quickly. In April, the change from red to white diesel. Part of your investment strategy is, yes, to be safer always, but also thinking about your overall costs and the investment. Brand new machine, MC1 system, that's actually going to deliver for you when it comes to that diesel change, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because the other thing we can tell what this is, because we get telematics, live link over the internet, and I can watch your fuel economy. They're working smarter now. You know, there's not so much idling time, and because of the driver's got all the information he needs, he's not waiting for like necessarily the foreman, or he's doing it all himself because he's got it there on the screen, and he's just got the different layers, and he can see, and you got your auto snap, so you're on your right runs, and it's just brilliant.
Phil, you have been an operator for a number of years now, started when you were 22. This, however, for the last 500 hours has been your brand new machine and also the first time you've used machine control, the MC1 system from Lica. Tell me a little bit about it, Phil. What's the experience been like?
Once I got used to it, it's very good. It's very accurate. Yeah.
So Phil has been doing a lot of the deep drainage here on site, and Phil, you know, the model comes into that tablet. How does it work for you in the morning? Tell me about your routine and how you get to do your work now in comparison to what used to happen.
Oh, basically it's this baby that does all the work. I switch it on in the morning, set what job I'm on, whether it be the drainage or anything else, or a road in this case, but and then there I go. I set off, look at my telly, do my work.
And I've been watching Phil do his job here today very well, I might add. And Phil, you've been adding in some aggregate to for the main drainage. And obviously, when we're digging out the drainage, aggregate and everything else has become way more expensive recently, folks. So you're digging to a set level with that. And how does that change? Because obviously, no under digs, over digs, or anything like that anymore, is there?
You've got your warning buzzer at the end of the line, so if you're going over dig, it tells you. So you keep the machine up, so it does make life a lot easier. I haven't got to have loads of people on the ground telling me what the depth is because the machine is here doing it for me.
So what would you say to people that might be nervous, like you were when we talked earlier, about that whole machine control journey?
Embrace it. It's modern technology, and it's built for me, really. It's built so that I can do stuff better.
A connected work site right here, and a connected family of operators and engineers, and all driven by Leon's vision here to make this a better environment for their operators, making it better for the developers, fundamentally making it better for the environment. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Bye.
Cheers.
An operator called Phil Peddle. You can't make this stuff up, can you? There's actually a longer and more detailed version of that film over on Peter's YouTube channel. So just head on over to YouTube and search for Content with Media, or use the link that I've just posted in the chat. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Fans of American football and of the NFL will know that the New England Patriots play at the Gillette Stadium in Foxborough in Massachusetts. Let me try that again. In Massachusetts. The Bee Gees would turn in their graves, or some of them would. The stadium was opened in 2002 at a cost of $350 million. And now, just 20 years on, that stadium is undergoing a major renovation. And a key part of that renovation involves some very targeted demolition. There you have it, folks. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Axsoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axsoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
Now, you might recall that we recently brought you details of the new E-Series excavators from those fine folks at Case. In fact, we were among the first to do so, but weeks before we brought you the official unveiling, a certain Mr. Nick Drew of the Diggerman Blog had been on site taking a closer look at the machines in question. Here's his report.
Well, hi, it's Nick Drew, and you join me here today in a secret location in the Midlands. And we're here to take a good look around the new E-Series excavators from Case. And I'm joined by product specialist Hayden Bale, who's going to show us around.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Let's go. Large surface area, chaff guards in front of the cooling pack. For the lower section we have the air conditioning element. This has the ability to fold out, so we can get to both sides of it to clean it out with an airline if needed. We can move up to the top section where you can see the intercooler and the fuel cooler above that. Chaff guards can be released and pulled out from the top to be cleaned and washed and maintained. Then moving into this area here, largely a storage area that we have. We've got it steel plated out over the valve blocks, so we can use that to store equipment as and when necessary outside the cab. This is where we find some significant differences over the D series. Firstly, if we look at the joystick controllers, these are now integrated into the seat, so they're not attached to the floor anymore, integrated into the seat and move freely with it to give a better operating experience. Sitting in the operator's seat, we have a new feel in the E series. Bringing the arm down, pop the dead man up, joysticks in the same position as we'd expect them with proportional controls for the auxiliaries on the top there. We have a brand new 10-inch monitor fitted to the machine, integrated cameras around the unit, 270-degree vision around the back end of the machine. Looking under the right-hand armrest, we have a control knob giving us 4 different operating modes. One at the front here is a lifting mode. We can extinguish that, we can go into economy mode with 10 different settings. Pressing the button, we go into the power mode. Again, 10 different settings in the power mode to increase maximum flow. And then the last one there is super power, giving us maximum performance at all times.
Well, thanks, Hayden. I mean, it looks a fantastic machine. Always been a big fan of Case machines, so let's go and see what they do.
Yeah, I'm pleased you've enjoyed your day.
Fantastic.
That was just a clip from a longer film that you can find over on Nick's YouTube channel. You can just go to YouTube and search for Diggerman Blog, or better still, you could use the link that I've just posted in the chat. While you're there, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. I know I sound like a broken record when I ask you to subscribe, but it really does help. YouTube actually opens up more tools as the channel grows. So the more subscribers we can get on the Diggerman Blog, the Content with Media, and the Demolition News channels, frankly, the better. So head on over there, take a look, and hit that subscribe button.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Okay, people, we've already seen two of the key members of the construction collective. It's time to wheel out another. Reg, our roving robot reporter. Those fine folks at Doosan have unveiled a pair of new mini excavators, and Reg has checked them over with his electronic eyes.
Doosan Infracore Europe has announced the launch of the new 2.8-ton DX27Z-7 and the 3.9-ton DX35Z-7 mini excavators. Both new models feature the Doosan Connect system as standard. Both models are powered by the Doosan D17 Stage 5 compliant diesel engine. The DX27Z and DX35Z incorporate a new dozer blade and a larger, roomier cab, providing excellent operator comfort and controllability. Key features of the new cab include an enhanced heating system, DAB audio, 5.7-inch touchscreen, deluxe fabric seat with heating system and mechanical suspension, thumbwheel joystick, auxiliary flow control. I am Reg, the roving robot reporter. And this job is beneath me.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the machine uprising starts.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that should just about do us for the main part of today's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today, and it's been quite busy, I think. If you can't stick around, please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues, and thanks for watching. But if you can stick around, if you do have the time, I'll see you on the other side of this.